So I think the face of public art is changing tremendously and in a great way.
Every single time that the viewer or the audience walks into the space, it will be different.
I personally love about working with Scott is in his knowing what he wants. He also knows his creators need a little space.
It had to be fresh, it had to be new, it had to be engaging. This particular piece of art is going to be a central focus and is character defining for the building.
So this project came about through Carmen Zella, the Do Art Foundation, and we met with the developers of legendary Glendale, who were very, very open to having the absolute best possible piece of art in the public art space.
This project is going to make a significant impact in the city of Glendale because the city of Glendale doesn't currently have a robust public art program, and this development and these developers are bringing that, a little slice of that, to the city. And in this particular case, it's an installation because the viewer is walking underneath the screen that's above them, and at the same time they're pairing what they're seeing that's right in front of them. The content is always ever changing, and the artist really intentionally made it that way and never have the same sequence happen.
And we also wanted to include something that had an interactive component, so it didn't just sit there. And ultimately concluded that the best application was digital photography, and the best artist for this project was Scott Ray. Scott is a phenomenal digital photographer, and in particular, his movie shooting and his underwater work was so engaging.
So I had done a pop-up show for Flux, which is a collective of artists, and the client for Legendary Glendale saw this and really liked the idea and wanted to build upon it. So essentially we went back to the tank, very, very massive crew to pull this off, and we got creative. There were some extremely talented people that came together to make this happen. Drew Bird, costumer, fantastic. Kiyomi Hara, fantastic stylist, has worked with a lot of large-scale celebrities. A number of support crew. It takes quite a bit of people to pull this off.
Oh my God, just to understand the flow of fabrics in the water. I mean, that's a whole nother story when it comes down to what moves well and what doesn't. And in order to do that, what I did personally was go to an aquarium and study the movement of fish and try to recreate that using fabrics. What influenced me about Scott's work is the passion behind it. And so I wanted to bring that out in my work and give that to him so that his passion could really become immense in a lot of ways. And also in that passion, I see an evolutionary step. Like when you see the work finished, I've seen some footage of what we've done. I swear it could make a person evolve.
It's mesmerizing. It really is mesmerizing. And that's the kind of feeling we wanted. We wanted people to be struck with awe when they saw it, and then when they engage with it, to go, oh wow, it actually doesn't just sit there, it knows I'm here. How wonderful. And Scott was great to work with. We explored all kinds of crazy ideas, and he found a way to give life to many of them.
The great thing was that the building had not been completed yet and was still a shell where the public art was to be. So what it did is allowed us to have a pretty open canvas, and they were able to, instead of retrofitting the art into the space, they were able to build around and accommodate the infrastructure for the art. I wanted to create something that was immersive and very experiential for the viewer, but I also wanted something that was not repetitive, something that would allow viewers to see something different each time. And the way that I approached this is all the content that was produced for this show was edited in segments. Ambient content, a main show, and some interactive segments. And the system that we use to program randomly chooses these to where you never see the same show twice, allowing for a different view, a different set of circumstances each time the viewer sees it. So literally multiples of hours are available of seeing this show in different ways.
What was really unique about Scott Ray's work is that he has a history both of video but also of photography and architecture. And so his application from the get-go in the space is that he really wanted to create something that was site-specific, and he understands the term installation. And so what we're seeing in his work as the end result is that the piece draws you in, it is peaceful, it evokes a sense of calm, unlike what we're seeing on the busy street outside, and it places the viewer in an entire world.
I want this project to have people stop and to dream a little bit, and to also look at life a little bit differently. There's so many opportunities that we can do that. In fact, we can do it every day, all day, if we choose. But I think that to inspire people to dream a little more, inspire people to explore their creativity, to crack the open areas of their mind that maybe they haven't explored in a while, to see what's there. I promise you there are great things there.